Welcome back to Unbothered.
With Grace and Zozo, Zozy Poos, Joey.
Oh, Dowie.
Oh my God, surely start the video with this story. Start the potty with this story.
Good start. Thanks for that.
That's right. I told
That's
your
a good
auntie that
story.
I'm going to call you Dowie from now on.
Really?
Yeah, I like it, Dowie. I think it can catch on. I just have to practice it.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you usually call me?
Zoe.
Oh, crazy. I'll edit that out. No, bleep it. I'll bleep it. That's funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
no one will know what I said. They'll just
No.
leave it up to their imagination.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Everyone that we know will be like,
yeah, they'll know exactly what you call me. Anyway. So the other day, and it was actually the other day this time, I was at my cousin's house and she's got usually pretty much every Friday, I go there and I'll catch up with her and then I'll try help out here and there where I can, just usually play with her little girl and her newborn. Anyway, and because I've been going there so often, and she's talking now, she's just turned 2, or she's about to turn 2. Oh my gosh.
I think she's about to turn 2 because I don't think you've gone to her second birthday yet.
No, I haven't, have I? Yeah, so she's just about to turn 2. And she's now knows my name. So she calls me Dowie. So she can't say the Z
cute.
yet. So she goes, Dowie, Dowie. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm taking
My
her with me.
ovaries.
And now, to the point where she knows me so well that she'll ask my cousin, oh, Dowie, where's Dowie? So cute. Anyway, apparently, so I hung out with them all Friday afternoon. And I literally played with her nonstop, and she was so cute. She was giving me cuddles and kisses and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I love you. Anyway, and then later on, my cousin messages me, so she must have gone down for her sleep, and in her sleep, she was saying Dowie.
On the monitor.
Yeah, so she could hear, because obviously the monitor goes up every time there's a noise. And then she was like, Dowie, Dowie. And I was like,
she was dreaming
about me. I wonder what we were playing.
That literally makes my ovaries fucking cramp. That's
I know.
How much I fucking love that.
Because Grace also has a little girl in her family, kind of she's she's a family friend, but she's a family member, isn't she?
Technically, she's yes.
Yeah. And yeah, Grace
she's so cute.
Grace gets very clucky whenever she's around.
Just you'll know, if you meet a little kid and they're just so well behaved and oh my God, she literally just makes my heart melt. And I literally say to Doggo, I'm like, she makes me want to have a child right now.
Grace, I cannot wait for your little. I just picture you with a little girl.
Yeah.
Because I just I want a little Grace around.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
absolutely.
So fucking cute.
Oh my gosh, I'd be Auntie Zoe.
Auntie Dowie.
Would Taylor get upset that I would be an auntie? That I'd let her call me an auntie?
What the fuck?
Because I know some people can get a bit funny, the actual siblings.
Taylor wouldn't give a fuck.
Ah, okay, cool. All
That's
right.
my sister, Taylor, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I could be Auntie Zoe.
No, I'm not having kids. Doggo will get so mad. He'll be listening to this going, we're not having fucking kids yet. Anyway, so this episode, we're doing our first. So, when by that I mean first anything really, whatever we want to go into about, whatever you want to hear about. So we're going to start off with our first boyfriend stories. And this can go back any time. Can I say 2? I'll do 2 mini stories.
Yeah, go.
So my first ever boyfriend I remember, cute as fuck. I love talking about shit like this. I can talk about it for ages. So when we'll do fake names, obviously, just prefacing. But obviously we're not talking shit about anyone anyway. So my first boyfriend was when I lived here in Perth. I was in year 1 at I live sort of out further when I lived in
Kevin.
Kevin. So I was best. It was year 1. And we were best friends through kindy, pre-primary, and year 1. But we would have play dates and stuff, and I'm
year 1?
Yeah.
Not year 1, Grace.
No. Okay, this is a mini story. Anyway,
okay.
And I just loved him so much, and he's such, and I loved his mom, and we still follow each other on Instagram, all that shit.
Oh,
yeah. So Kevin's a good guy. I remember there's this photo of us. I'll show you later, Zoe, of us maybe we can put it in and we just blur his face out because I don't speak to him, so I don't want his face to be in it.
Yeah.
But there's this photo of us trick or treating. When we were younger, And
was it like a little date?
Yeah.
Oh,
I honestly think it was.
Were your parents like with you? Right?
Yeah. No, my mum and his mum were really good friends as well.
Oh,
But,
okay.
they were friends because of us.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know when you're in year 1 and pre-prim, like the mums are all sort of in the know because you're young.
Yeah. Like they're always at the school, always chatting.
His mum was actually a beautiful lady, and I think she passed away of cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my mum told me about it a few years ago, and I was really sad about it.
Sad.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's fucked. But anyway, that's yeah. But yeah,
okay,
so
your other one?
that's my first. I remember him being like my first anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'd be really weird if I ran into him. He would recognize me and I'd recognize him. Anyway. So my second one, my first like real like, oh my God, I'm like, I want to be with this person was in year 8/9. And I actually would go as far as saying I was a bit of a psycho about it. Like I was like set on this guy and I was like, no. And like, because I was obviously at a rural town in a rural school, it was only like fucking probably like 60 people in my year. So like everyone knew like, don't fuck around with, what should we name this person? What's something funny? Bob?
Oh, Bob.
So everyone knew like Grace and Bob, don't fuck around with Bob, even though we weren't talking. And like I was always into like,
don't fuck around with Bob.
I was always like,
that's funny.
I was always into like bad boys.
I'm actually not shocked.
No, I was gonna say don't be shocked. Like obviously, I don't think you'd put Doggett in a bad boy category now. But when I was younger, I was just like, oh my God, I'm like, he's like a bad boy and he's really tall and like.
Who's this, Bob or Doggett?
Bob. Doggett's not tall. Anyway, Bob.
Shit.
And I just would do the dumbest shit. I would get on like the bus and like go 20 minutes out to where he lived. Just like, and I'd be like there with like my friends, like just to see him. And like, I would do all that shit. And like, I would like, walk like, when you were in high school, you'd like walk to where they were and like, you'd try to sit with them. And like, we'd go on
you squiggle your way in to try and hang out.
I have this memory, right, where so he was like not really into me for a while and I was just like trying. And trust me, like, bitch, I've had a glow up since year 9. I was an ugly motherfucker. And I had braces at that point, I think. But then when I got my braces off, yep.
Yeah.
Of course they wanted me. Anyway, I had really bad
teeth. They came
crawling
back.
Anyway, so I oh my God, I love telling this story. I just loved him. Like I didn't love him, but like I just was really into him and like everything I would do would be like calculated to like spend time with him or like whatever. Anyway, and he I remember so he wasn't really into it and then like, whatever and then we sort of started like actually talking seriously and like, it'd be like me and Bob doing this, whatever. But like nothing like we were year 9. I didn't take him home or anything. And my family, like my brother and sister went to the same school and they'd be like, are you talking to Bob? Like he's so naughty and he's so bad because, he smoked weed and like did all that and he would drink in year 9 and like it was bad. He was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the reason why we kind of got close is because my best friend, my like guy best friend now of like fucking 7 years was his best friend then. So it all kind of just worked out. And I remember this one time we went, I think it was like to the athletics carnival or something, but to like inter-school. So like, when you go to like inter-school. So we were going on the bus to inter-school. It was something like that. I don't know. It was something, we were going to a bus somewhere, right? Whatever. And I remember I wasn't sure if he was into me or not. And he comes and like sits next to me and I'm like, oh my God, like fuck yeah, like he's sitting next to me. And he fucking sits next to me and we're like sharing headphones, like year 9 vibes, right? And he was just such a bad boy. I was just so into it. Oh my God. I just love reminiscing about this shit. And he put on back in year 9, I listened to like hardcore hip hop and like rap because of like all the people I hung out with, like him and my
so did
my
you
guy
actually
best friend.
Enjoy it or you just did it?
No, I did. I still do. And he put on Eminem, but it was what's the song called? I think it's called Must Be the Ganja. Because obviously he smoked a lot of weed.
Oh.
And it's like, maybe it's the ganja, it's the marijuana that's gripping upon me while I'm so high. And I remember being like, oh, I'm in love.
Ew.
I just love talking about it. Anyway, so we dated for a few months. Nothing actually, like we didn't have sex or anything because we were year 9. Yeah. But I mean, some people do in year 9, but that wasn't the life for me because I wasn't like frigid, but I think I was a bit frigid. He was my first kiss though.
Aww.
So I'll get into that story with him a little bit later, but you tell your first boyfriend story first.
Yeah. I actually have, now that I think about it, I have too many ones.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like I could talk about it for hours.
Yeah, because my first one was so funny. I think it was only for like, okay, no, it's actually so funny. So I was in year 7.
Oh, love year 7.
At high school. And like people, there was a few like relationships here and there, but like it wasn't really
a whisper.
It was that period where there was relationships starting, but they wouldn't hang out and they wouldn't talk.
Love that. Okay, sorry.
So they would be in a relationship and they'd ask each other out, obviously at like over text message, or like sometimes like groups would like gather around and then everyone's watching, and then he goes, "Will you go out with me?" Like, that.
Or their best friends text you.
No, I don't think that really happened.
Oh,
I think there was always like through the grapevine information for them to find out if they liked you or not. Like you're all like so scared to get rejected, so you just find out through their friends to their friends, and then it just comes back.
Surely you didn't have a boyfriend where you didn't see him.
No. So this is the story. So this is what made it so funny, and like years later, I got told this. So anyway, so there was this guy, and like he was cute. Like,
what's his name? Like his fake
name. Let's call him
David.
Okay. David. So David was really cute, super sporty. Like,
if he got first in at the athletics carnival, fucking, that's going to my basket.
He probably did. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Do you know when you're in year 7 and like the fastest guy or the tallest guy is like, he's
top tier. Like everyone wants him. Yeah.
That's god shit.
Yeah. Like celebrity crush vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, and I kind of like found out that he liked me or whatever. And we actually spoke, like, I think we were kind of good, like not good friends, but we would speak every now and then, So I guess there kind of was a reason for him to like me. It wasn't just because he thought I was like pretty or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, luckily enough for me, like I wasn't like too bad looking in year 7. Like when I've seen photos of myself in year 7, I'm like, not too bad. I was quite cute.
I was so ugly.
And because I had my braces in primary school. I actually had them in year 5.
Yeah.
And to this day, I will thank my mum to the cows that come home that she gave me them so early, because I was like the first to get braces. But then when I got to high school, I had like nice straight teeth and everyone else was like getting like ugly braces in year 9. Anyway, and so I found out that he liked me. And then so every time I spoke to him, I kind of had that feeling to be like, oh, like I know you like me, but I don't think you know that I know you like me kind of thing. And I don't know why, I just didn't, little old anxious me. I was like, I don't really want a boyfriend. Like, I don't know, but didn't know how to let anyone down as per usual. So we were hanging out at recess or lunch or something. And then we went our separate ways. And then I actually went up to one of my friends, and she will remember this. I went up to her and I was like, I think David's going to ask me out. What the fuck do I do? Like, how do I say no?
Oh my God.
And she was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then the second bell had gone, which means like you had to be at class. Like if second bell's gone, then you're late. And the second bell had gone, and like the whole, like, because I was waiting for the hallways to clear because I didn't want to run into him because I thought he would ask me then and there, because I had just been talk on the street for ages. And I think one lunchtime I even hid in the toilets for the whole lunch, like the change rooms.
Oh my God.
Because I just didn't want to be asked. And because obviously everyone stands around as well. So I was like, everyone's going to be like, oh, like if I say no. I was like, there's no way I'm doing that to him. Like, God bless his soul. So, right. All the hallways are clear. I'm like, I'm in the clear. I can go to my English class now, right?
Oh, fuck.
Walking to my English class, I walk straight past his locker, and he's at his locker getting his books out, and not a single soul around.
Oh, and I looked at him,
I was walking, I was like,
don't
straight
do it,
towards
David.
him. I was like,
don't fucking do it.
David, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Get your books. Keep walking. Just give me a smile. No. David stopped me.
He couldn't do it, could he?
David stopped me. David asked me out. I said yes. I went to English class. I told my friend. He asked me out. And she goes, did you tell him no? I said, I told him yes. And she goes, you're a fucking idiot. I said, yep.
You've been a people pleaser your whole life.
People pleaser my whole life. Anyway, so getting to the hangout part. So for a solid, I think to this day, I still think it's 3 days, but I think I've chatted to him before about it, and I think we worked out it was like a week of dating. And like we would text like all night or whatever. And then like while we're at school, we actually hung out.
Oh, that's good.
So we actually like would go down the Oval together. And like if I saw him in a group, I would just go up to him and like talk to him and like hang out. And that was like out of this world for year 7.
You guys were you were end game shit.
Yeah, like
that's marriage right there.
And then like a couple of years later, everyone was like, oh, everyone was so shocked with how confident you are, and you just didn't give a fuck, and you just walked up to him and you just would say hi and have a chat. I was like, well, yeah. I was like, he did ask me
out.
He's
my boyfriend, like,
duh. Anyway, I broke up with him because I was like, no, thank you. Yeah. And then my other real mini story as well, which was like a longer relationship, and he lived on my street. Or just above my street, and he used to skateboard up and down our street.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah, and so like, and we had like there was a few people around our age, and my sister actually dated another guy in the group. So like we were like a little foursome, me, my sister, and these like two other guys. Anyway, there was like a little group of us, and I remember like they would longboard. So they would skate like all the like massive hills.
Boys.
Yeah. So, and then he actually ended up getting into I think he just broke up. No, we were still together, and he actually broke his hip on
holy shit
on the hill and in the front of his house. And because I lived literally down the road, I went running and I like saw the ambulance there and everything, and I was like, I thought it was like the world was gonna end.
That is actually hectic though, to break your hip at such a young age.
Yeah. Or it was like the worst.
Crazy.
And he had to go into this massive operation. He couldn't walk. He couldn't do anything for ages. And he broke up with me over text message. And I literally thought my world was going to end. And then I confessed my love. Oh, shit. I was in primary school, I think.
Oh, that's so funny.
I think primary school going into high school.
Well, if he was on your street and that's why you dated him, really, that's just primary school vibes.
No, maybe I wasn't. Maybe it was after. No, maybe I was like in year 8. I honestly can't even remember. It was either primary school or year 8. But I met him when I was like in primary school. Anyway, and then so he broke up with me. I was so upset. But I was texting him back using my credit, which I shouldn't have been. But I was like, don't care. I was like on a rampage. And then it was apparently his friend.
Fuck the credit.
He was, fuck the credit. I want to find out why.
Fuck
and
you,
then apparently it's his friend texting for him. And then I actually found, like, later on, I still kept hanging out in the group, and he never hung out because his hip was broken. And the only time we ever hung out was when they would go skating and whatever. So I ended up confessing my love to his best friend. And he just looked at me and he goes, I don't like you.
Some things never change.
And he goes, I don't like you.
Year 8, Zoe, fuck the best friend.
I was like, period. Like, I'm getting back. No, but I wasn't even getting back. Like, I genuinely kind of liked him. I was like, but I don't know.
You're just a slut.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so, and then he told me to get fucked. He just told me, he was like, nah. I was like, cheers.
You talking about year 7, I know we should move on, but I need to tell this story because fuck, I don't think I've ever told you. It's so funny. So the way
we are only on our first.
Oh, I know, and we're fucking 20 minutes in. My first when I in year 6 and 7, so year 7 in Karratha was still still primary school. So I'm just going to preface with that. So I was still at primary school. So in year 7, we played a lot of sport in the Oval at lunch and recess, and there was a guy, and his name was Daryl. Let's go, Daryl.
Mm.
Anyway, he wasn't like we both like weren't good looking, but like he was really funny and I was really funny. So, you know, we were like, oh, popular and everything. It was small little Catholic primary school, right? And we'd catch a bus home every day, the same bus, not the same stop, but like same bus.
Mm.
And so like we would just all get along really well on this fucking bus. And I met Mackenzie, my best friend of like years and years and years, on that bus, right? So there's a long story with that fuck bus. Anyway, whatever. And I remember one day he just like and everyone was like, oh my God, like Daryl's gonna ask you out, and I was like, oh my God, like I really want him to, like he's so funny, like and he's really fast at running. Right? Like year 6 and 7 vibes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get on the bus one day. Oh God, I would never forget this, right? We get on the bus one day and I'm like fucking pumped. I'm like, fuck yeah, he's gonna ask me out. And like we were really good friends. So I was like, oh, like 100%, whatever. Anyway, he goes, we're sitting on the bus together. And he's like, do you want to go out with me? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. And then he goes to get off the bus, right? Or like a couple like
he doesn't fall over.
No.
I was going to say that would have
No. And keep in mind, like I said before, I think I was pretty frigid in like end of primary school, start of high school, right? And he goes to get off the bus. And he goes, can I, and he goes to like hug me. And honestly, I need to ask Mackenzie about this because she will remember. He goes to hug me and I like go to hug him back and he goes in for like the, I'm puckering. He goes in for the kiss and
eyes closed.
I dodge him and I pat his head.
You pat
I patted his head and I can't make it up. No, I can't make it up. I was so frigid. So
he like leaned into your shoulder and you're just patting his head.
He leaned in for a kiss and I've dodged him and I've just gone. Because he's gone that far down. So I'll never. And then
I'm sorry.
He got
fucking Daryl.
No, it keeps going. It got worse. I was fucking mortified after it happened. Everyone was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, ew, whatever, right? I get off the bus, I get home, get my fucking iPad up, phone, whatever I had. I think it was an iPad or an iPod. I think it was an iPod.
Mm-hmm.
Get on Instagram, right? Old Instagram. This motherfucker, you know you put people in your bio when you start dating?
Yep.
I get home, this motherfucker's putting his bio. Okay, this is going to sound like a yarn. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. This motherfucker's putting his bio. GD, I love her. She's so good at running and she's so funny and smart. I text him. We're not dating anymore. I can't make this up. No, and I'm pretty sure we were texting on Kik. I think that's what we were texting. I think, yeah.
Oh my God.
And so,
Kik.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Zoe, that yarn sounds so made up, but I swear to God it's real. And I texted him straight away. I was like, ew, I don't want to date. I got the ick in year 7.
Fuck, you patted his head.
I remember saying to like Mackenzie, or I said to my family, I was like, he wrote all this weird shit about me in his bio, like ew, like I got the ick, and I texted him, and then it was so awkward after that. And we were like, we weren't friends after that.
No,
because he was just so obsessed with me, and I was like cringe, and he was so upset about me breaking up with him.
Speaking of first kisses. Fuck, mine's so fucking awkward.
I feel like so many people's are so awkward.
We're just so fine.
If you have a bad first kiss story, please DM us and tell us. I want to know.
Ages to work out who it was. Don't know why. I was really sitting there for a while trying to figure it out. And then once I remember the story, I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's right. Must have just put that on my very distant memory. So I was in year 7. Is that an early age to have your first kiss? Like first, like proper, like make out?
I'd say probably slightly below average. Mine was
year 9. What do you mean below average?
Like under the average age.
So quite young.
Quite young. But like not really young.
Yeah.
But I think that's young, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was at Mullaloo Beach Park and I was on a date, but it was a bit of a 5-way date because it was...
Oh, like a group date.
It was like a group date, but one girl was not dating the other two. There was only 2 guys, and then there was 2 of my friends and me. So it was 3 girls, 2 guys, and then one of my friends was like dating, and one of the girls was like dating. That's in quotation marks. One of the other guys, and I was like seeing this other guy, and I think we had already been on one date before. Yeah, we had gone to the movies. Anyway, and then so I had been saying, because I felt like it was just something that it was just being put off for so long, and I was like, I just want to kiss him, like I just want it done.
Oh, see, Zoe's always been emotionally mature. You were ready.
Yeah. See, fuck yeah, I was so ready. Oh, but I was like, I still wasn't like never done it before, so I was like, I don't know how to like go about it, and he was really advanced. Like we were the same year, but he was like
super advanced.
No, he was.
He already had sex or something?
Oh, I think he actually because he had a long-term girlfriend.
Ew.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he broke up with her to be with me.
Whore, once again.
What can I say?
Nah, we've all been there when you used to.
Well, what do you want me to say? Seriously? They just
fucking take me away in chains.
Yeah. So I So I was at the park, and then had been this whole date had gone, and like we had gone to parties together. Obviously, had been drinking. Oopsie daisies. Yep, year 7, whatever. Moving on.
Are you fucking? That's worse than me. I thought year 8 and 9 was bad for me. No, year 9. I was year 9 when I started drinking.
Mate, fuck. Year 7. I'm a disgusting, disgraceful human, and that's maybe why I'm sober at 21 years old. There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, so so this whole time I was like, okay, I need to like find the strength, the inner
to just do it.
Couldn't do it.
Girl power.
Whole time, right? Anyway, so we're sitting at the end and we're waiting for our parents to pick us up from the park. And then their parents, so the 2 boys, their mum picked them up first, and we were sitting at like one of the bench seats, and like we were saying our goodbyes or whatever. I was like, fuck, this is the time to do it. Like this is the time.
Now or never, bitch.
Now or never. I go on for the hug. I pull away and I just go, boom. I just wave my hand and starts walking away. I looked at the girls, and the girls looked at me like, Zoe,
you've missed it.
You've literally missed the opportunity. I've gone, oh my God, like,
no,
I'm so frigid.
You didn't run
like,
after him. No, you did not. You didn't. Like the airport terminal running. He's gonna go forever. Fucking no.
So his mum pulls up at the car park.
Oh no.
Sees us.
Oh no.
Him walking to the car. I yell out, what's his name?
John.
Run.
No.
Running. Slow-mo. Whole thing slow-mo.
I can
Run
see
up. And he knew exactly what I wanted from him. And it was a big old she did that. Big old pash, and I got it, and I fucking walked away. Didn't say anything else.
You just kissed and walk away.
And I was like, yeah, bad bitch energy. Like, and I just kept walking. My friend just looked at me and was like, what?
No, Zoe.
Just happened.
Fuck you.
So I've gone and just fucking run up after him. Let his mum see our full-on make-out session.
In year 7.
Let our friends fucking watch, like,
that would be burned into the mum's memory.
Yeah. There you go. That's the best kiss story. And then, yeah.
That is so fucking funny. You're such a dickhead. I could imagine you being like, John, wait.
Oh,
dramatic. She reckons I'm dramatic, man. Fuck.
And he no, this same guy, we went on another day. And, like, we had already kissed and whatever, and we were progressing, you know. And then I think we had to be quiet, or he didn't hear me properly. And I can't remember what I said. I think I said, do you want another drink or something like that? And he goes, I love you too.
No.
Yeah.
No, and then he just heard it wrong. He
heard it wrong. He thought I said, I love you. And then he's gone, I love you too.
No, get
and
fucked,
I looked
John.
at him, I was like,
John.
No. And then, so I've gone and told my friends,
that's tragic.
We all hung out in a group. Next minute, it got back to his friends that happened. And then he found out and he texted me. He was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you not tell me that? That's not what you said. Like, this whole time I thought.
Pleaser.
Yeah. Obviously, I just let him think I said that. And I've gone, I don't fucking love you.
That's actually fucking disgusting.
So all of his friends gave him so much shit. And years later, they gave him so much shit for it. Like, being like, oh, I love you too. Like, I didn't even fucking shame.
That actually just given me, like, literally, my toes are like this right now. They're like full curled.
Yeah. All right, what's yours?
So my first kiss story is with Bob, and as you were telling yours, like, mine's just coming back to me in like full vivid fucking hallucinations. In a good way though. Mine was good. I have nothing bad to say about mine. So I'll set the scene. It's Guy Fawkes night. The fucking fireworks are on. Oh, do you know how the Royal Show has fireworks?
Yeah.
There's one in Crathur. It's called Feenackle. Long story. And I remember me and Bob, like, after we'd kissed the first time, we were like watching the fireworks and we like made out the fireworks.
Okay, first kiss story.
Sorry. Okay, I digress. So basically it's Guy Fawkes night, right? So everyone's so Guy Fawkes is where he lived. It's like just like 20 minutes out of town, like a beach, like the beach park. So everyone Guy Fawkes night, no one else has anything to do. Everyone goes out to to watch the fireworks. There's food vans and shit. So, you know, all my friends were sort of loitering, you know. I think they were probably like smoking and drinking and whatever. And I don't even know how I got there, but I was just lingering around with the boys. I don't know if there's any girl mates there because obviously I have no other recollection of the night besides this. So we're all on the oval just fucking spinning shit and probably just drinking. And then like waiting for the fireworks, and he was like, "Oh, like, do you like want to come for like a walk with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was such a fuckhead in year 9. Honestly, I couldn't even imagine being mates with me. Shout out Jed. He won't be listening to this, but I'll tell him to listen because it'll be funny. He'll laugh at it. Anyway, so we leave the oval, and like there's the oval and the beach. So we like walk off the oval to the beach, and we're like walking along the beach, and like he's obviously been like he's once again frigid. So he's been like low key trying for like, you know, like probably like a few weeks at this point. Not trying, like I'm not that frigid, but
you just know the vibes that they're like.
And he knows that I wouldn't have wanted to do it in front of anyone or like be embarrassed or anything like that. And they're like, I couldn't really go to his house and he couldn't come to my house, so it was very hard, whatever. So yeah, so we're walking along the beach, and he like just talking and like blah 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 blah, and we're like, he like leans me against this rock, and we just start making out.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Right? That's what I mean. Like,
Leans
mine
you
was a good story. Yeah.
rock,
And like,
and
you know,
like-
like those big rocks at the beach, because it was low tide. Low tide,
That's hot.
nighttime, moon's out, we're on a beach. Vibes, 100% vibes. We'll do it again. Not with him,
Oh.
with Doggo. But like,
Okay.
no, really good story.
That was so
I
good.
was,
What the fuck?
I don't, when's Guy Fawkes?
I don't know.
I think it's in July or June. That was in year 9 or 8. No, year 9, because that's when I was with him. And we were dating, so... Guy Fawkes is on in April. When is Guy Fawkes night? Oh, it's called Bonfire Night also. Guy Fawkes Day. Sorry, I really don't know.
I don't think anyone really cares.
Oh, it's in
what date it
November.
is.
5th of November.
There you go.
There you go. So that was the yarn. Anyway, I just thought it was a funny story.
Should we do our first time smoking weed? Because I've just remembered mine.
Yeah, mine's funny as well. Mine also has to do with Bob. There you go.
Wow, Bob's in a lot of
Basically a
stories.
Bob episode.
Mine, I can't tell you the year. And I probably don't even want to tell you the year because that shouldn't be okay.
Mine was year 9.
None of this is okay.
No, let's preface that. Family, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
No, can you just skip the rest of the episode?
No, just skip, because it's just not.
It's not worth this conversation.
You're gonna think differently of us. Our family's both quite like.
And just know I am a little goody two shoes now, and I wouldn't hurt a fucking fly.
Me and Zoe really are like very fucking boring now, to be honest. Like,
very
boring's
very,
the word.
Very boring. We're just as responsible as you think we are.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being sarcastic.
Mine's funny.
So, my first time smoking weed. Don't know the year. It was with a guy and my 2 other friends, and he obviously had the drugs,
Had the goods.
had the goodies,
Had the little ganja.
Yes. Anyway, and then we just went to this rant. So we caught the bus, like me and my 2 friends. We caught the bus, and this was all of our first time.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
Yeah. So we
It
all
was never gonna end well.
Yeah, and he was like a full-time smoker. Like he had, So I was like, I felt like I was in safe hands.
Oh, so but the other 2 friends hadn't.
No.
Oh, but you were with someone. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant you all hadn't. Anyway.
Oh, well, we end up later on just being us 3, and that was anyway. So so we rock up to this just random as fuck park, middle of the day.
Oh, such a
I
perfect.
honestly think it might have even been like 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning.
Perth is very renowned for just doing shit. One time I drank Pepsi and Goon. No, Pepsi with what's that coconut alcohol?
Oh, Malibu.
Pepsi and Malibu on Seacrest Oval.
Yeah, and
Cheers.
I drank a whole bottle of vodka on my old school oval.
Oh, it was a school oval.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway.
Anywho. No, well, not this one, but the bottle of vodka that I drank in the middle of the night was
say,
on my school oval.
That's hectic.
Anyway, moving on. Fuck. Please, my parents don't listen.
Yeah.
They won't, but anyway. So we pull up at this park, and we're just literally like in the corner, like where like the tennis court like fences are, and he just fucking whips it out, and like 2 seconds later we're all just hitting this little bong.
No, really?
I just don't even know what else to say about it other than
at a park.
Yuck.
That's so
Yuck.
dirty,
That's
bro. That's
dirty,
so dirty.
Dirty.
Do not do that, kids. You'll get caught by the police and you'll go to jail.
Yeah. Anyway, and then so after we'd done that, the guy that we were with, which we were all good friends with, he was like, guys, I've got to run. And he only like lived around the corner.
Oh, okay.
And I think he had to go, like he just had to go somewhere.
Right, yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, like no worries. Then we kind of like gave him back all of his utensils, if you know what I mean. and then we all I have a really fond memory of it. I was feeling very euphoric.
Yeah.
We were all like
That's so
aligned
good.
on the oval,
Kumbaya.
and we were all just like looking up, and we were just pissing ourselves at the most stupidest
Oh,
shit.
it's so fun.
And then we ended up taking ourselves. We were just pissing ourselves. We would all looked like crazy people. We all took ourselves to Hungry Jack's.
Oh.
Do you think we ordered the whole menu?
Oh yeah.
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 We ordered every penny pincher meal 3 times
Penny
over.
pincher.
Yeah.
No.
I'd use my lunch money.
The
for
barbecue
the day.
cheeseburger.
$2 barbecue cheeseburger 3 times over.
I thought I hadn't had a barbecue cheeseburger in Yonks, and I got one the other day, and it was literally arse. So yeah, don't recommend that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was mine.
Oh,
it was a
so
really,
fun.
really good experience. And then I just went home, and I think I just slept.
Yeah, it knocked me out as well. I was alone a lot in year 9 because my sister went to uni. My brother was with his girlfriend all the time. My parents had split up at the start of year 9, so my mum had moved out, and my dad was working away a lot. That's the vibe, right? So I had a free house. So my best friend of 7 years, Bob, and their other friend, Jerry, they were like, I had wanted to do it for a little bit because they were doing all the time, but I was a bit goody two shoes. I didn't want to. But I was like, oh my God, this is like a perfect opportunity. So me and Mackenzie, we'll say her name, she's fun. So me and Kenz were like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like, got a free house, like whatever. So we go to our like mutual friend's house where they were smoking, and we go there, and it literally was like we were all in a room, we were all sitting on a bed, all 5 of us, and they were like, the boys were like they were so happy we were doing it because they weren't pushing it, but they were like, oh, this could be so funny. Like, you guys be, like, it's so good you're finally doing it, blah, blah, blah. It was me and her first time, so we're like, fuck it, let's just do it. Anyway, we hit the BONG a few times. And we were just I couldn't do it for shit, by the way. Like, I just cannot. Like,
cough.
Coughing fit. I remember the first one, I'm so competitive. The first one I did, it was good because I was trying so hard. And the second one, I was like,
sounds just like you.
So I'm so
tried
competitive.
To cover up the fact that you didn't like want to cough at all.
Then the second time I did it, like the second one that I hit, cough central.
You almost feel like you're gonna vomit. That's almost, how hard you cough.
And when you do it for the first time, it does make you feel a bit nauseous because of like the smell. I don't know. It makes you feel a bit sick.
Oh, I can't. Honestly, it's giving me a panic attack giving me now.
Like, yeah. Anyway. So I don't really know what we did after that. Went home, and I remember me and Mackenzie both just fucking pazzed on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I woke up, right? we had a feed and stuff after we got home. I don't know what we ate. And I woke up, and like we're both on the couch, and it's like probably like 6 p.m. at this point. And I just like look down on the floor, and Mackenzie's got like a bowl of cereal on the fucking floor. But she's like passed out, and I'll never forget. She was just like, and there was just like a bowl of like half-eaten cereal on the fucking floor.
Oh my God.
It was just funny, and like no one was home, and it was just fun. Don't leave your kids home at year 9 by yourself. My dad had no choice. But I told him, I said, I did a lot of naughty shit when you were gone in year 9. And he's like, yeah, I know, I could imagine. Anyway, so that's my story.
What was that story? You guys were only telling this the other week. To do with your wardrobe at your old house.
Oh my God. Okay, so
is that got to do with vomit?
No. It's funny though. So like when I came down for school in year 10, a lot of the people in my year at my school that me and Zoe went to, they hadn't drank yet in year 10, and I thought that was really weird because everyone in year 10 drank in Karratha, which is really bad. My fucking microphone. I'm faffing with it. So we had a river cruise, right? Every year 10 did a river cruise. Zoe would have done one. Anyway, so this river cruise, me and my best friend Grace, we were like, nah, fuck this. Like, let's get a bit pissed before. So I was such a little shit, honestly. So I've told everyone, pre's at mine, but like, not drinking pre's, just pre's.
Yeah, so you can all go together.
So we can all go together, get photos, whatever. So all these parents have rocked up to my house, and all these girls, every single one of us are in my room. I've shut the door, opened a bottle of Passion Pop in my room and my wardrobe, and all the parents were in the living room, cunt. How fucking funny.
Yeah, because you're trying to hide the noise.
Oh, so I was doing it in my wardrobe to hide the noise. So in between all my clothes, I just popped it, and it fucking sprayed all over the back of my wardrobe. Do you reckon I cleaned it? No, I couldn't give a fuck in year 10. I was also like low-key depressed in year 10, so like give me a break. Anyway, so a year later, my dad goes to sell the house and he calls me and he's like, what the fuck did you put? Actually, he sold it like 2 years later. So I'm in year 12 now. And he calls me and he's like, what the fuck was sprayed all over the back of your wardrobe? Because it's sticky and it stank and it's gross. What the fuck was it? And I don't actually remember. I remember it spraying, but I don't remember it being that much. And he was like, Grace, it was everywhere. It was all over the walls. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But it was passion pop everywhere. And it was on the night of my river cruise. And he just died laughing. He actually thought it was really funny.
Oh my God, that is
But
so
yeah,
funny.
he knew. But at the time, I've got funny stories of me drinking when I was younger.
Same.
Yeah, we can do an episode on that. But I think, honestly, I think we'll wrap it up for today. Like, that's a few of our firsts. We can get into a few more of our firsts, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Down the track. But yeah, that was a bit of a story episode for you. I think that's a good one considering last week was just all about beauty products. But yeah, let us know what one you're more into, what ones you want to see more of, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, for sure. We can do, and it's good little
contrast.
Yeah, but also it like helps people like get to know us a bit more, you know?
Yeah, and let's see what we were like when we were younger and like how much we've changed and grown since then. Where I think we're very different people now. Some of the shit I would have done in year 9, I would never do now.
I would never ever probably. I can never. I'm not a never say never person, but I'm pretty sure I will never touch weed again because I would be taking myself to the emergency room because I would think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah.
So
I can't. We got to do a drinking episode because I got to talk about the time I went into a nightclub when I was 15.
Oh, I think I went to a nightclub when I was 16.
I got thrown out after 15 minutes, like someone dobbed on me. Long story. Okay. We'll talk about that in another episode. Thanks again for listening. Follow us on all the socials at Unbothered with Grace and Zoe.
Next time you see us, we'll be in Bali.
Yeah.
No, one more episode after that.
One more episode after that. But get keen for Bali. Let us know what you want to see.
I don't shut up about it, so.
No, we're very excited. We're staying in a villa and et cetera, so we can, we've got like a big free reign to just do whatever we want.
We're gonna have our microphones, and then when we get back from Bali, we're actually going to have a little setup at our house.
Yeah,
so it'll be a whole different vibe.
Yeah,
we're moving up in the world.
Period.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks for listening.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.